Well, again, good afternoon. I'm glad you're here. You made it safe and dry. I'm glad you made it for the Downtown Lenten series. You know, here at St. John's, we started Lent off. Tom actually started with a theme that Lent is for you. Lent is for you. In other words, Lent is a time for us to go deeper and to become more reflective. God really doesn't care if you eat that chocolate chip cookie or not. But maybe it is a good discipline for you to think about why you are not eating that chocolate chip cookie. Do you get it? Lent is for you. See, I think a lot of people think that Lent is supposed to make them feel bad. I just don't buy that. That's not the intent anyway. Rather, I think Lent is supposed to be the gestation period for the recreation that we celebrate at Easter. Okay? The gestation period for the recreation that we celebrate at Easter. It's a time for us to think, what areas of my life need to be recreated? And then I hear the words from Jeremiah, powerful and timeless words. The vessel he was making of clay was spoiled in the potter's hand, and he reworked it into another vessel as seemed good to him. Do you get the sense of hope? The sense of redemption, the sense of loving care that the potter has for his creation? The potter is always recreating, always recreating. And I think Lent can do that for us. Lent can help us recreate some things within ourselves. But don't miss it, the potter didn't throw out the clay, he reworked it. Just like we have to rework ourselves on a daily basis. That's what Lent reminds us of, that there is always more work to do on ourselves. No wonder we don't really like it. But that's why Lent is for you. Now, go with me here. Unless you absolutely hate all things sports, I imagine most of you know we are in the middle of March Madness, right? And both UT teams are in the Sweet 16. You know this is going on, right? Right? Everybody knows this? Okay. Because at our house, that's all that's going on. That is all that is going on. See, I've got 3 little boys, and this year at our house, we decided to fill out brackets, right? Now, do you know what I mean when I say filling out brackets? Y'all all know what I mean? Each person picks who you think is going to win each game all the way to the final. See, I think it's fun because you find yourself pulling for teams that you could care less normally about, right? But it makes all the games even more fun. And I told them I'd give them $20 to whoever would win. Sorry, gambling is actually not one of my vices, but you know, come on. It's just making it interesting. Anyway, the thing about basketball brackets is they bust. They bust. In other words, if you have a team winning and they lose, well, that could ruin your entire bracket and you lose. Well, last week, March Madness began, and it was a blast. I've already had 2 of my son's teams, 2 of their brackets, though, they've already busted, you see, because there were certain upsets, and it cost them. So it was fun while it lasted, but now they're out of the competition. It's now down to me and my youngest. But that, my friends, is how the world works. It is competitive. There are winners, and there are losers. You either win or you go home and your season is done. I mean, no wonder sports are such a huge force in our culture. What a metaphor. So 2 of my kids are done. Tough luck, boys. Better luck next year. I'm their dad. That's the sort of stuff that I get to tell them, right? But then I hear Jeremiah. He reworked it into another vessel as seemed good to him. Folks, we are not busted brackets. You are not a busted bracket. You have not failed. You have not lost. You are not done. In fact, our God says you are never done. You are never done. Instead, you are always being reworked. Instead, you're always being recreated by our God. Lent is for you. Lent is for you. So today I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to listen to Jeremiah. I'm going to let my 2 boys with the busted brackets continue. I'm just going to start a Sweet 16 bracket so that they can join in and not miss out on the fun. Don't worry, I'm still going to rub it into their faces when I win the overall bracket. I am, after all, a man of this world. But I know they're not done. I know they're not done. They're not busted. They are being reworked, recreated, just as we all are. And let me tell you something. It sure is a lot more fun when everybody is playing. I'll say that again. It sure is a lot more fun when everybody is playing. I wonder, do you think God agrees? Amen.